Good evening, everyone. I hope this message finds you well. I am Coach Anthony Simone, the head coach of St. Pius football team. This message is going out to all of the incoming freshman males. And first and foremost, I want to thank you all for choosing St. Pius. And it's truly a special place. I know I'm an alumni of St. Pius, and I am a legacy alumni. I have both of my parents graduated from St. Pius. All of my siblings did. And I've got two non-biological kids that were in the school, and now I've got four biological kids that hopefully will be at St. Pius here in the next few years. So St. Pius is a special place to me, and it is truly one of the biggest, it's a hidden gem here in Kansas City, and once you're part of it, you really get to understand. And so thank you for choosing St. Pius. It is a special place, and you're gonna enjoy these next 4 years, and they're gonna go by fast. And I know everybody says it, but it's true. I definitely get to see it with all the young men. They come in as freshmen, as boys, and then they leave as men. And but I am the head coach of the football team. I know this message is going out to all the incoming freshmen, but I wanted to invite all of you to be part of the football team. And I know there's other fall sports, and I'm, if you're a soccer player, that's great, and swim, that's great, and I want you to do that. But I think the biggest thing when you're coming into St. Pius, your freshman year, it's really important to be involved. And that's what you learn with St. Pius. So whether it's a sport or a club, always be involved. There's so many opportunities, and it's something that really makes St. Pius very special, is that family atmosphere and everybody being part of something that's greater than themselves. So I push every freshman to be involved in something. I'm very biased to football. I obviously it's my love, it's my passion, it's what I do, and I'm very biased to it. But it's the greatest sport ever invented. Once again, I'm biased, so I know there's people out there that will challenge that. But in my mind, you won't be able to win that battle. But it's a sport that coincides with life so well. It teaches you so many lessons. It is a sport that's going to drive you to grow as a person. And if you want to be successful in this sport, you have to be willing to grow as a person, because there's just so many correlations to life. And it's something that, football is just a great vehicle for us to use to develop young men. And, we say it, we always talk about being champions and develop champions. So, my promise that I always make to parents as the football coach is I don't make any promises. I'm not going to say your son's going to get a Division I scholarship. Your son's going to, get this many touchdowns. I'm never going to promise that. The promise that I can commit to always making to every single parent is I'm going to give your son back to you better than when he came to us. And that's just a commitment that I make. And that is something that we are very focused on as a staff on the football team. But I do want to invite all of you to be part of our football family, and it's something that's really special, being part of it. And when you're part of something that's greater than yourself, it always pushes you to grow as a human. And you're going to be surrounded by great young men. You're going to be surrounded by great coaches and mentors. And that's something that we always talk about as coaches. We just had a coaches meeting the other day, and the whole meeting, every coach went through that meeting and explained their why they do this. And not one of them did they say it was for the accolades. It was all, everybody had a very similar why. And it was all about developing young men. It's all about seeing these young men prosper, and not in the sport of football, but in life, and being great fathers and great husbands. So that it was just special to see. But that's the type of men that are going to be leading your sons. and we have a great group of coaches, and your kids are gonna be surrounded by great young men too in the building. We're so blessed at Pius to have such great kids in our program, and going beyond that, the kids and their families. We're just super blessed. This community and this family has so many great people in it, and people that are here for the right reasons, that want to see everybody be successful. And it's just a great environment, and I want to invite all of you to join in on it. And if you're not playing football, that is perfectly fine. Be part of something, okay? Be part of this community, and I always go a step further. It's not a community, it's a family. Be part of this, be part of something, get involved. So the purpose of this is to kind of get you guys some information that you need. 'Cause I know here, the reality is usually 60% of the incoming males are playing football. So it's a great way for you guys to get to know your classmates before the school year, because we're going to be together starting actually next month in April. We start our weight training camp, and then all summer long we'll be together. So I think this year we're probably estimating around 130 people on the football team, and so it's a really neat thing when you're able all summer long to be working with 138 kids, 138 peers and teammates. And when you go in the building, almost half of a third to half of the school, because you've been practicing with them all summer. So it makes that transition as an incoming freshman, because we know, I know, I've been there. It's tough. It's a transition, and makes it a lot easier when you've been working with all these guys all summer and you've already developed relationships and bonds. And there's going to be a lot of information in here, I think it's going to be really good for you guys moving forward. If you have any questions, this is going to be in an email, this video message. If you have questions, my phone number's in there. Don't hesitate to reach out. So we want to invite you all to our weight training camp. So there's going to be a link in this email, and it doesn't matter if you're playing football or basketball or a baseball player. Any male that's an incoming freshman can join us. The football coaches are putting it on. We are programming it. Our weight training camp is a foundational camp. So we're not going to have these young men come in next April or this April and say, hey, we're going to start squatting day one. We're going to start benching. We're going to start throwing a bunch of weight on you. No, it is a foundational camp. So it's all the programming is going to be done by our strength coach, which is Coach Termini. He's a physical therapist by trade. And so we have a whole process we'll take them through, so that hopefully in the summer when we start our warrior workouts, all of these incoming freshmen have that foundation built. So we are going to build a foundation this April. It's going to be a 10-session camp. It's going to work through May, 2 days a week through May. And all the times and details will be on the link in this email when you go to sign up. So please join that camp. And if you're, the great thing about Pius and going back to being involved, I know there's a lot of kids that come here and they're like, okay, I am a basketball player and I want to play basketball at the next level, or I am a baseball player and I know I want to play baseball at the next level. The great thing about St. Pius, and one of the reasons that people choose St. Pius, is because they do not have to choose. You can play multiple sports. Something I'm going to do, and that all of us coaches at St. Pius are committed to pushing these young men and young women to play multiple sports, because we truly believe in it. We truly believe in developing the whole athlete. So just because you think right now, hey, basketball is the only sport, I don't have to specialize at St. Pius. That's why a lot of people choose us, is because, hey, I can play 3 sports for 4 years. I can play 2 sports for 4 years. I do not have to specialize. And more the studies are showing, and college coaches will tell you the same thing, They want multiple sport athletes. Multiple sport athletes stay healthy. That's what the studies are showing. So I challenge everybody to play multiple sports. If you're a football player, I'm not going to force you to play football only. I'm going to challenge you, to play another sport. I challenge all of our football players to play 3 sports every year, or do something every season. And there's tons of benefits to it. So if you're listening to this and you think you're a basketball player, try football, okay? If you're a football player that thinks, hey, I'm football only, try basketball, try wrestling, try track or baseball. We're gonna push you to do that. So this weight training camp is going to be for all incoming freshmen. It doesn't matter what sport you're playing. Us football coaches are gonna run it. It's gonna be foundational for the things that we're gonna do this summer. So especially you football players, if you're gonna be with us, try to come to as many of these as you can. So it will be a 10-session camp. That's what we've called. You'll see it's called Weight Training Camp. When you sign up for it, there's a list of dates that we are going to be working. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays starting on April 15th. And it's going to be for just about an hour and 15 minutes every session. And I know there's a lot going on. There's a lot of kids in track. There's a lot of kids in baseball. So if there's a conflict here and there, don't worry. You don't have to come to every single one. It is a free camp. I say sign up and come to what you can come to. But it is a completely free camp. It's something that we do just for our incoming freshmen to make sure they have the foundation set as we hit the ground running this summer, because once we get into the summer, things happen fast. So at the bottom of this email, there's a link to sign up. Please do that. Get signed up, and don't think, hey, just because I sign up for this, I have to play football. That's not the case. So it's just, I want to open this up to everybody and get everybody in here and give everybody a foundation going into the summer. So that is the weight training camp. If you have questions with that, you can email me back, or you can text me or call me. So the next thing that you're going to see in this email is I want you to reply all to this email. If you know your son wants to play football, or even if your son is thinking about it, please reply all. What that's going to do is it's going to allow our team mom, Cheryl Ross, to put you on all of our communications, just so you can have all the information that you need. Cheryl Ross has been our team mom for this will be year 6 now from helping me, and just does a fantastic job. But she will get you put on all of these on the list. It's going to help us segment our football players and get you all the information you need, because there's going to be some things coming out here in the near future with equipment and things that we have coming out. So we want to get you on that list as soon as possible. So please reply all to this email, and that will cue her. And when you reply, just reply, hey, your son's name, and he's playing football this fall. So please do that. Then after that, you're going to see there's just information on our parent meeting, which is going to be April 15th. And it's on tax day, and I believe it starts at 6 o'clock. It usually takes about an hour and 15 minutes. That's a great night. We're going to go over all of the expectations for the football players. We're going to go over our schedule. We're going to lay everything out for you so you have all the information you need going into the summer. We'll also introduce all the coaches to you. My requirement for that is always player and one parent. And now I say requirement, so at least one parent for sure. I know these kids have sports, because I even ask all of our, it's not just for freshmen, it's for everybody on the football team. But we have baseball games, we have stuff, and if your son can't be there, that is perfectly fine. I do want a parent there though. So if we can find a way to get a parent there, just to make sure you have all the information you need, and it's really good I'll get to meet you and introduce myself and a lot of our coaches. You can meet our coaches, and it's a really good night, and I push everybody to make sure you're part of it, because there's going to be a lot of information given out that night. So that's what's coming up, And that night at our parent meeting, we really will dive into our mission. And that's, if you get to know our program, what matters to us is our mission. We don't judge our success on wins and losses, or success or getting championship rings. Like we're really concerned with building champions, and it's not about winning championships. It's about building champions, and that's what we want to do with your son. We want to, I say it. This is how I say it. We bring these boys in, right? So your son comes into us as a boy, and we try to turn that boy into a man, and then eventually we turn that man into a champion. So that's kind of our process, and that's how we look at it. And we're going to be there for him throughout his whole journey here at St. Pius, and help guide him down that path. And that's just that's what we really focus on, and it's really, really important to us. And you're gonna realize once you meet all of our coaches, once you hear me speak at the parent meeting, this is what we do here, much more than football. Football is a small piece to what we do, and we try to stay focused on what's important and our mission of being champions. And you're going to see LFFC on everything that we do. I'm going to explain that in the parent meeting in depth, and but we are a mission-driven program. We're here for the right reasons, and that is to turn your son into a champion. Thank you for your time. If you guys have any questions, please reach out. My cell phone is going to be in this email that this video is paired with, and I will help you. Usually the best way, text me first, call me, and then, but Cheryl does a great job, so Cheryl's email will be in here. So if you have any questions, she can usually answer just about everything. So thank you all for your time. Really appreciate it. And I'm really looking forward to meeting each and every single one of you. And we're looking forward to this year. It's going to be a really fun season, and we're so excited for it. So go Warriors.